I lied. I lied. I'm streaming right now because I couldn't hold myself, my composure. I really want to play. Really want to watch Monument Mythos. Let's fucking go. Anyways, I hope everybody's having a good start of the weekend. I know I am. Anyways, um, hope everybody has a good day. I'm ready to get this started with. If you don't remember from last episode, basically the Great Division has begun for the series for Monument Mythos, and then it basically comes full circle with the corner folk. Uh, no, without further ado, we're gonna get right down in this and right down in the middle of this, and then see what happens next. Also, yesterday I showed the teaser for the Nixon verse as to what to expect for this next season. So yeah, the first episode we're gonna start out with for this next season is called "The Last Son of Alcatraz," the Nixon verse. It's also part of the Monument Mythos, but now we are in the Nixon verse. The description says photographs of the last son were sent in anonymously. Regards, the avenues. All right, let's get right down in the middle of this. Let's go.
Boy and girl. Your attention, please. Presenting a new exciting radio program featuring the thrilling adventures of an amazing and incredible personality.
Okay, right off the spot, right off the start. We're seeing so much right now, and it might not be a lot, but it is a lot. Okay, going back to earlier, right here. If you guys don't know, in the last episode of the Monument Mythos, um, basically the Great Division began, and something was born, which is basically the corner folk. And what we're seeing right now is some man is seeing this from a telescope from in the galaxy in space.
Boy and girl.
And now, if we do this, let's do this real quick. Okay. Let's move this right over here. Move this right here. Oh, hi there. Subscriptions. Let's go to Manticore. Let's go to playlist. Let's go to Monument Mythos again. And then we scroll all the way to this right here. And we go to this right here. So it's going to start. Any minute now. There it is.
Boy and girl. Your attention, please.
And then stop right here.
Presenting a new exciting radio program featuring the thrilling adventures of an amazing and incredible personality. Faster than an airplane, more powerful than a locomotive, impervious to bullets.
And now the corner folk happens. So that's what's happening right now. A new universe is created, or in a sense, like something is created, and in the corner folks now becomes. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't think the other universes are destroyed. I do not believe that. I think what's going on too is that now that the corner folks begun, a full circle for that universe, we don't need to see anything that happens there. So now we're here.
Extra cautious. Because no one knows what they're doing. Half the time you don't know what this guy's going to do without on a track. But a lot of us spend a lot of time developing rules and ways of safety. So be very cautious.
Do you have any special advice for young people who drive?
Take it easy, drive. I might say my mind.
And okay. So if you don't know who that is, that's Mr. Dean, President James Dean. He ultimately dies in a car crash. And that's his car, crashing.
He was not born the height of a man. He was born much taller. Even as a child, he was stand over. However, he chooses to be the height of a man. Why? Because he thinks himself as a man. And one man seems the size sometimes to protect us, sometimes to hurt, sometimes to scare and humiliate. I believe one day that man will become a giant. Conquer us all. Airplane, more powerful than a locomotive, impervious to bullets.
And if we go back to here.
Didn't know what time it was, the lights were low. Oh, oh, I leaned back like a slow voice on a guy. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He's told us not to blow it, 'cause he knows it's going while he's home. Let the children lose it. Let the children
Anyways.
use it. Let all the children boogie.
Anyway, so basically what's happening is that in the Nixon verse, there is a man that can fly, that can fly, that can shoot heat ray, that is strong, faster than a locomotive. And if you hear it at the start, it's a plane, it's a bird. No, it's a plane. It's Superman. So basically, what we're seeing is now Superman is someone involved in the Monument Mythos. Anyways, the lore has deepened. Instead of Superman, is the last son of Alcatraz. Genius using the intro in the 40s Superman cartoon, James Dean's PSA he made before the fatal accident. Alexander says, "We're done with Monument Mythos. President Dean approaches menacingly. We're done with when I say we're done." So basically, the last son of Alcatraz is a Superman variant, or like a Superman person in this universe. But here's the thing. You're probably wondering, why did they show us President Dean's car crash? Well, it's important. Because basically, if President Dean is dead, because President Dean dies, and then out of nowhere, this man of steel, this man that can fly and is fast and strong, just appears out of nowhere. And that man, President Dean. From master driver to U.S. president to Superman. So yeah, President Dean is Superman in this universe, basically. All right, now here we go. The next part. The Queen of the Lenorians. Above, the D-Day night is set back by a powerful explosion. Close up, the D-Day night loses its helmet. The horned serpent lives. Yep. Yep. Basically, also, for some fucking reason, um, the horned serpent being Washington is still fucking alive. So yeah. Free Will on D-Day. Alice Avenue for the World Nightly.
June 6, 1944. American units landed on Omaha Beach, unaware of the massacre that was about to occur. As those men waded into the water, they could not have known that their chances of survival that day were 1 in 4. Those men were outnumbered by hundreds of thousands of bullets. According to determinism, these men had no free will. The 10 million men who were drafted for World War II had no free will, and the men that day who landed in the water had nowhere to go but forward. The atoms of these men led them all to a moment of almost certain death. That all changed with the night. We know little about him, but what we do know is that he is not of this world. Though everyone's atoms are following a defined course in our universe, the night's atoms are not. His world is gone, and when you have no world left, then what course is there to follow? The night is the only one in our existence who has true free will. Only he has the ability to change lives. Determinism states that the American men sailing toward Omaha Beach were meant to die that day. The night arrived in shining armor and rerouted those lives. The night deflected bullets, destroyed anti-aircraft guns, and lifted men out of harm's way. Before you could have shouted, "It's a bird! It's a plane!" The night had saved hundreds of lives whose fates were previously set. The night could have acted selfishly, watched as we lived out our lives, but he chose not to. The one man with free will chose to save those who were not meant to survive. With the night, death is no longer a deterministic guarantee. At any time, at any place, the night can save us.
No, it's weird because they called the D-Day night had a helmet and it flew off, and then apparently the horse serpent is also there for some reason. It's fucking crazy though. Above the D-Day Knight's helmet after excavation. So he's dead. The D-Day Knight is dead, or the after restoration. Okay. D-Day Knight. Alice Avenue, Elaine, Andrew, helmet. Next one. Oh wait, I wanted to see what the Cleveland Librarian said, or the D-Day Night. I'm sorry. A report from very own Alice regards the avenues. Okay, so now it's the Queen of Larnarius. Both the ray gun and the wand depicted symbols. There are stand-in representations for real-world devices. Similarly, the speaker emblem is indicated of dialogue being spoken on the moon regards the avenues. Now we're going to the or not. But yeah. Manhattan landing area. What? Grandma tried to burn these. Is that the fallen angel? I bet you that's the fallen angel. I know it has to be like that angel. Dude, who's your grandma? How did she get these images? There's a star, man waiting in the sky. So, or maybe, or that these are probably the Lunarians that the video's talking about. Lunarians, probably. She was like a mirage or some kind of fantasy. Pat Cleveland, the American astronaut. She doesn't wear shoes, winter or summer. Ask her where she's from. Mars? Beverly Van Johnson, American astronaut. She's here. She will speak first. Ed White, first man on the moon. She is here. She will speak first.
She will speak first.
Before Ed White stepped off the lander, the Queen of the Larian spoke. The first recorded words on the moon.
Beauty is something else, something inexplicable that each person carries inside. This form of beauty related to her vision. There's a great division coming about on this planet. There are going to be a lot of people who will die because they just don't know how to live. They don't know what life's about. They don't know how to give, how to love. Nobody wants to. And those who are beautiful enough, I don't mean physically, but something beyond that, they will have the chance to learn how to fly, to be beautiful, to rise above the level of the normal human, to be superior beings first.
Why do I feel like I know where this is going?
Gods and goddesses.
My God, it's heaven. There's air here. Ed, what the hell are you waiting for, man? Blast her!
No way! What? Alright, let's see. Eviction from reality. Lunarian encounter. Approximately 53 seconds interval between onset and death. Wait, what? Case closed. Wait, so the Lunarian's dead? Oh, wait. No, this is John Glenn's. Oh, no. Uh, uh, what? Wait. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. He was evicted from reality. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? Evicted from reality. Case goes, what the fuck? What does that mean? Fuck does that mean, man? That's fucking crazy. This one is Jesus in Vietnam. Welcome to the next verse. Regards the avenues, analogs or with Ed Wright. Wait. So is hold on. Are they? Did they all get sent, or was it just John Glenn? Because now I'm thinking about something stupid. Oh well. We'll figure it out. Sleep and Redeem. Trial one.
And Jesus increased in wisdom and stature and in favor with God and man.
So you're trying to tell me that Jesus Jesus rained hellfire. Jesus rained hellfire on Vietnam during during the Vietnam War. That is fucking wild. That's the lamb. America. Yeah. The first saved state. America anywhere. America everywhere. The peace equation. Our freedom, your freedom, our Christ, your Christ equals the world peace. What the fuck? One to our nation. That's fucking crazy. Their peace is built in inequality. Inequality?
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom
Thy
come,
kingdom come.
thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen.
Photograph of God by Ed White. Welcome to the Nixon verse. Mr. Manticore presents Jesus in Vietnam. That's fucking crazy, dude. The missing eye of Jesus Christ. Alice was among the first to step foot in dark Alaska regards to the evidence. Okay, hold on. I need to take a breather. Hold on. I'll be back. What the fuck? There's a star man waiting in the sky. Alright. So, Ed Dwight. Yes. Ed fucking Dwight. Fucking saw a fucking Lunarian. Shoots it. Do they? I'm trying to think because I want to say they all got sent, but Ed White didn't. I'm thinking it was just John. After interfering in the Korean War, the last son returned to the fortress in Alaska. Nuclear missiles followed him from home. Alright. Wait, who sent the nuclear? Wait, hold on. Who sent the missiles? The last son was captured? Grandma found his missing eye in Alaska.
How do we see?
That
Our eyes are little round balls, about 1 inch in diameter. And in front of the eye are the curtains of skin we call eyelids. But if we could take away these coverings, which help protect our eyes, we would see something like this.
Apollo 11 revealed the magical properties of the Lunarian anatomy. Apollo 12 retrieved samples.
Apollo 12 to Houston, can you read? Apollo 12, this is Houston. Go ahead. We shot the Lunarian and recovered their eye.
They shot Dean, aka the Superman, aka the lost Alcatraz, the lost son of Alcatraz.
Copy that, Apollo 12. Have a safe takeoff. Over.
Lunarian eye. Eyes look familiar. That looks like something from the foreign plantation. It looks like something from the Corner Folk. Begins transformation. Did they put it in someone else? Brainwashes the last son into a bastardized impersonator of the Lord. if thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of hot light. Eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. United States. Missing eye of Jesus Christ. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. Okay, so they took. Huh. So now he thinks he's Jesus. That's interesting. Okay. A house in the ocean? No one is gone forever. Like the monument mythos, the house in the ocean is a collection of the American urban legends regards the avenue. Can we have the monument mythos? No, the monument mythos at home. The monument mythos. Wait, is this a meme? The house in the ocean. You know what the feeling toward the end of the movie when you can't remember what you just watched? Yeah, that's me. When you can't remember how you got to this point of the story, yeah, that's me right now. How did I get to here? It feels like you weren't paying attention earlier, but you were. No. Okay. The first time I tried watching this, I didn't understand what the fuck I was watching. And then I said, whatever. And then I stopped watching it, and now I'm watching it, and I'm like, wow, this is fucking crazy. I'm having that feeling now. Well, probably not as bad as what I'm going through. I don't remember leaving the house. I don't remember starting the car. Okay. I don't remember crossing state borders. Dude, I hate that feeling. I hate that feeling. That feeling is crazy scary. I don't remember this power plant. Wait. What? What do you mean? In fact, I don't remember recording any of this footage. I remember this golden flag. A lifeguard told me that the golden flags are exclusively for house sighting. House sighting. She also said the house was a mirage. Obama touches killer wood chip.
Thank you for having me here. I understand that these are difficult times and it takes a lot of strength to return to these beaches. The house is currently being monitored by the Navy and I'm receiving updates on an hourly basis. We have an evacuation plan in place should the house approach during our time here. There are vehicles ready to transport us at a moment's notice. Now then, let us take a few steps over here. If you get a little closer, you can see the small wood chips that have been brought in by the tide. These chips are sharp and can easily puncture. They've washed up on several beaches in the area. I cannot overstate the importance of staying away. The The sudden deaths of almost 200 beach goers have been linked to these wood chips. Once they enter the bloodstream, the health of these victims deteriorates rapidly over the course of a few days. These chips are not made of normal wood and should be treated as carefully as you would treat a nest of fire ants.
What if they're not wood? What if this man is not realizing that this is probably like Giza glass, maybe?
Luckily, only ones here on the beach have been temporarily neutralized.
I mean, I
by
wouldn't be
troops
surprised
on
if
the
it is
ground,
wood and it is what he's telling us.
they're safe to touch. But we have not found a permanent solution, and tens of thousands will continue to arrive on our beaches. I recommend that everyone stay far away from the shore and sweep your porches daily to make sure no chips have made it deeper. We are in the process of establishing cleanup teams who can properly dispose of any chips which have been found inland. But in the meantime, I suggest that
No one even look at the house? The Gainesville booms. Loud boom. This is very little known about the Gainesville booms. Here's what I found. Loud boom rattles Gainesville area. Carrying a mysterious loud boom. Loud boom rattles Gainesville area. Remember the year of this article? 2011? Okay, well, the Gainesville reporter. Okay. Still looking into the matter. There was never an explanation given for the 2011. Oh. Then there was another boom. Okay. Was the result of Gainesville Sun. The boom was a weapons system test in the Gulf of Mexico. Caused by a weapon test in Mexico, right? They confirmed Friday. 2014. Yeah. Comments. Yeah, how many comments? It shook my house. I thought something fell on my roof. At first, I thought my kids had done something really dumb. Thought someone was trying to break into my house. It was loud. Two raptors flew over the airport heading towards Gulf. Boom. Was a few minutes away. TV says, when he says it was possibly a meteor. I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens. Okay. Confirmation has been received by the Gilchrist County Emergency Management. The loud booms heard today was the weapon system test 150 miles off the coast of Florida in the Gulf of Mexico. Tests will continue today and cease over the weekend and then resume Monday morning. The weapon system test is a joint operation between the United States and Navy force. Operation has been received to kill. Interesting. Thanks for that. Sad to report launch of the tree bucket. What the fuck? A tree bucket is the type of catapult that uses long. I don't hear anything. Seeing so many different explanations, and it makes me wonder what's really going on. Oh, what's that? Last one was a link to this video. It's a website link to Hot Chick Heaven. The comment has since been deleted. 2014 article has been detected, then deleted then. Oh, okay. They deleted this one? Oh. Oh. Hold on.
Thank you for having me here. I understand that these are difficult times and it takes a lot of strength to return to these beaches. The house is currently being monitored by the Navy, and I'm receiving updates on an hourly basis. We have an evacuation plan in place should the house approach during our time here. There are vehicles ready to transport us at a moment's notice. Now then, let us take a few steps over here. If you get a little closer, you can see the small wood chips that have been driving by. At the time, these chips are sharp and can easily puncture. They've washed up on several beaches in the area. I cannot overstate the importance of staying away. The sudden deaths of almost 200 beachgoers for these victims deteriorates rapidly and should be treated as carefully as you would treat an estafette. Luckily, only ones here on the beach have been temporarily neutralized by troops on the ground, so they're safe to touch. But we have not found a permanent solution, and tens of thousands will continue to arrive on our beaches. I recommend that everyone stay far away from the shore and sweep your purchase daily to make sure no chips have made it deeper. We are in the process of establishing cleanup teams who can properly dispose of any chips which have been found inland. But in the meantime, I suggest that
everyone look at the house. The original house look. Mishka Mushka. It all started in 1939, 34. The founders. Founders. Wait, you're looking at me? The first floor. The U.S. House of Cards when they used the French. The U.S. First day they did. Their trip was unsuccessful. They stayed hopeful. No one can remember shooting the buzzers.
Whenever I walk along the beach with Nancy, I am reminded of those days when I was in the club. Well, it was good day. We felt like one big happy family back then. Even though I was a young member, the man let me take a few shots. We had the new, most expensive pilots for the time. But his health was never bought. They took us with the users and some of the more seasoned members said they could have over 2 in gold. But I never saw it happen. We were still into the windows and if they hit the roof, it would be easier to see from the boat. Look, all I know is that those windows will be glass. Because we see glass windows like the sky. I knew it very well from my time in the land. We never could figure out what those windows were made. Whenever we tried getting close to the house, could you step back? Picture a house taken on trying back. It sounds silly, but I don't know how to describe it. That's how I remember it. While the house never received any damage, we get from all the sheets. There were bound to be nasty accidents from time to time. I left because of an accident. It was terrible. That is the American people to stop shooting a house. I know it's tempting, but no good can come of it. There are plenty of ranges in every state. Demonstrate. After all, the house has not received a scratch in over 50 years.
Recreation of Ronald Reagan's experience after the accident. found the details from the health insurance form. Wait, Reagan remembers shooting the houses.
Whenever I walk along the beach with Nancy, I am reminded of the Lord who passes on. Some of the more seasoned men will say that for the whole world to remember. But I never saw it would be easy. I know it was just like the travel. We never could figure out what it would take to describe it. We seemed any damage. From time to time. I left because of an accident. It was terrible. That is the American people.
Oh, to keep shooting the house. I know who lives in the house in the ocean. You do? You do know who lives in the house in the ocean? He doesn't step outside often. Okay. Today he did. The last phone call of George W. Bush. Okay. Oh, that.
Oh, we're not available now. Please leave your name and phone number after the beep. We will return your call.
And out and shoot some houses.
George W. and Laura Bush after the neighborhood in which Laura Bush top left. The sudden increase of air pressure within the house partially ejected the former first lady through a window on the second floor. The drop in pressure that followed caused her body to swell and become wedged into the window frame. Attempts to recover Laura were unsuccessful, and the house was renamed in her honor. Laura? The house of Laura? Whatever it's called. George W. Bush. The last phone call of George W. Bush restored.
Hello, we're not available now. Please leave your name and phone number after the beep. We will return your call.
And out and shoot some houses.
What's this saying? What's his name? The woodchuck.
The clubs keep going to the house and their members keep getting hurt. We're in the process of establishing floating barriers between the house and the coast. These barriers are made with specialized wood chips. No ship can pass through them. I have a nickname for them, which should put things in perspective. Killer wood chips.
They got a name now. Go get them, the house boys. Team Killer Wood Chip. Team Killer Wood Chip. With blasts every 3 years, the house eventually sent them all back. Like present.
Many people share your experience, Eli. Every testimony is consistent, but from what I've gathered, you knew about them before anyone else, so tell me, how did it all begin?
During an evening of fishing, a friend noticed a peculiar cluster of stars, unlike any of the surrounding celestial bodies. They were slowly growing in size, in unison. I'm known as the town's local astronomer, so she notified me of the phenomena that evening, and I immediately sailed out to her position. This was an event I couldn't ignore. But when I arrived at the coordinates she had given me, my friend was absent. Her boat was nowhere in sight.
Did this concern you at all?
I figured she went back to the town to get some rest. After all, it was almost midnight. After I positioned my telescope, I proceeded to examine the star cluster. At first glance, it did appear that they were growing together, but they were also passing by other stars. At this observation, I realized that they weren't growing at all. The stars were slowly falling toward me. I watched for several hours more until they entered the stratosphere, at which they dramatically increased in speed, hurling toward the sea.
Almost like comets. How fast would you say they were going?
I remember that in the span of a single blink, the stars had traveled from the top of clouds to just above the surface of the water. And it was just above the sea that they paused, hovering quietly over the waves. I could see that they weren't stars at all, for organic tendrils dangled from them. I was reminded of a starfish. The largest of the stars then addressed me. Eli, the Crescent King arrives in 3 cycles. You are his container.
A container? What did you take from that?
I wasn't sure at the time, but I did believe that 3 cycles corresponded to 3 days. Just as I made that connection, the starfish jettisoned back into the sky, causing tremendous waves, knocking me off my boat. The telescope had snagged onto my sleeve, and as it fell, it pulled me to the sea floor, where I saw hundreds of sunken vessels, some of which appeared to be ancient in origin. But most appalling was the boat I found myself slowly landing upon, for it was my missing friend's vessel, and her submerged body laid nearby. I broke loose from the telescope and swam back to shore, where I fell unconscious from the exhaustion.
Do you know of a William Rice or Bert Essex?
I do not.
Well, they also went missing in the vicinity. Do continue.
When I awoke, it appeared that an entire day had passed, and 2 cycles were left before the arrival of the Crescent King. I was afraid. These were beings that were unimaginably faster, larger, and more powerful than myself. Just after this realization, I was violently thrown across the shore and landed behind a large stone. I looked about and realized that I was no longer in my own body. I looked off to where I once stood and found my physical being standing motionless. It appeared that my consciousness was extracted. Invisibly, I hid behind the stone as I watched the translucent shape of a massive creature lightly nudging my figure with its massive limb. It was the Crescent King, but there was still some connection. Some quantum element was left undisturbed during the hijacking of my neural networks. I could hear the Crescent King's thoughts as it explored my brain, testing my mental capabilities, akin to an individual trying clothes. This ritual abruptly ended, and I was soon sent back into my own body. The momentum at which I was returned knocked me unconscious once more.
Did these periods of unconsciousness contain any further messages?
Not that I recall. When I awoke, another day had passed, and I had 1 cycle left before becoming a despicable container. So I planned to spoil my body, make myself unworthy of any habitation. I ate sand, drank salt water, tore at my skin, all to discourage any hideous progression of events. This only furthered my fatigue and eventually led me to falling unconscious one last time. The last thing I recalled was a massive entity falling from the sky and crashing into the sea. The Crescent King had arrived. I don't remember much else.
Well, a vacationing family found you and you were sent to the hospital. You're not the only one with these stories, so I've been sent to get these testimonies. But you're luckier than most. I'd say half of the others are catatonic. A few cases got into the headlines and threw the whole East Coast into a panic.
That's good.
Good, huh? That's a funny way of putting it. You really believe this stuff, don't you? You think you're a container of this Crescent King?
Oh, okay. Alright. Alright, shit, bro. Alright, fuck. Damn. Got me there. There's no woman shown. In fact, there's no photo. Laura Bush's body here was recreated with a computer program. The same way your mind recreates reality. Your mind takes your observations and decides whether they're real or not. Do you really know the difference? Everything you know comes from the same meat behind your eyes. If someone were to take over, you would never know. You think you were just yourself all along. As Bill Clinton once said, there is no house in the ocean. What? There's only the house in your head. Walt Disney once transmitted to short Mickey Mouse cartoon to a house off the coast of South America. The house sent it back to the falling bay. It wasn't the same cartoon. Falling is a modern recreation of the altered animation. He is in your head too. The brain cells reorganize themselves to remember him. You will always have a new neural pathway for His Majesty. By the time you finish reading this message, you will have successfully reprogrammed your brain to recollect. For the rest of your life. Oh, for the rest of your life. More. Oh, there was more! Little one second. Someone's knocking at the door. I'll be back. same. Wait. I'm so confused. I'm so confused.
Large figures have appeared across the southeast. Every night, their breathing grows louder, and it's making everyone nervous. Yesterday, the university released X-ray images of them, revealing a metabolism resembling unstable nuclear reactors. Everyone in my neighborhood evacuated as soon as they heard the news. Except me. I want to see what happens. Tomorrow night, the moon will be at its closest all year. I believe the moon's alignment with the crescent heads will release a sort of heat wave. You can already feel it in the air. A pulsating warmth from those crescent creatures. That's Chase, the wandering robot. She was created last year as a special effect for a summer blockbuster. At some point during production, the producers want Chase to exhibit free will for an improvised scene, so Chase's creators reluctantly enabled her artificial intelligence. That's when she left the studio and began her excursion south. Nobody knows where or when she'll stop.
For a second, I thought she was gonna go in the path of the horned serpent. I was like, what the fuck? Never mind.
Her creators claim to have no power over her. Towns on her predicted trajectory celebrate her arrival, cheering Chase on as she passes by. I've been tasked by the Department of Defense to organize a video that'll convince Chase to return to the studio. The finished video will eventually be uploaded to her mind and played on an infinite loop. I know it won't work. She's already adding stars to our sky.
Every summer, you've delighted millions of moviegoers. Your movies are critically acclaimed and the highest grossing of all time. The audience misses you. They want you back. We want you back. Please come home and let's finish the film together. We'll listen to you and meet your needs. If you'd like, we can even transfer you into a human body after production, so you can better fit among your friends. And don't worry, it's a fast process. Once it starts, you'll wake up in your new body in less than 24 hours, just in time for the sunrise. Come back home, Chase. Everyone misses you. You know, listen to your captors. Proceed to our job.
What the fuck? They hacked it and they changed it. Void? Void. Void? Wait, what do you mean? Oh my gosh, yeah, those them. Those them. Was it signaling? What the fuck? Where does it send the signals to? Who saw that? It just destroyed Earth, that Earth. Just thought it only ended once. Wait, huh? Your brain is suspended in fluid. You are the house in the ocean. Am I the thesis? You are the only house in the ocean. No one is gone forever. Like Jesus, he became fuck. What the fuck was that one before? God, that was crazy. Almost gone forever. Like that's crazy. On one hand, I really dug the how the no. Hmm. Okay. Like Jesus. Okay, this was called the Sea of the Lot of the Last Sun. We are close. We got one, two, three, four. Four more episodes. The Sea of the Last. Jesus is like a carpenter. Jesus is a carpenter. Off the coast of Dark Alaska. The House of the Ocean is not an urban legend. It's a cover story. For what? Ignoring object. For last one week. Are you there? Are you the being known as the Yes, I was. Who are you now? It matters for a peaceful existence. They inflicted enough damage on Vietnam. It was not you. Not yourself. I was and always will have been a vessel for hate and destruction. Yeah, you have the will to change. Even now, you resemble a mouse more than a human being. Wait, what? It's a copy of my childhood home. It is how I wish to Wait, so the last son of Alcatraz is the house on the ocean? Your powers are more similar to a Lenorian king than a man. You may be the king in our prophecy. Join our kingdom and discover yourself. No nation. Rule our kingdom. I will not. This is my domain. I see. The sea of the last son, foolish. Our prophecy is that you will sit on the throne that is rightfully yours.
No!
No. Wait. So the unknown soldier, and no, President Dean became Superman, of course. But now, and then Superman became Jesus because he lost an eye and they controlled him. Are you saying that he is the Crescent King? Evolution of the Last Sun? Wow. Our D-Day night returns. Reverse King, return language, regard, avenues. After Vietnam War ended, the lost son became the present king. Lunarians used him to destroy language in America slowly. America slowly. Changes were subtle. No one noticed long time. Eventually, no one understands themselves. No one heard. No one spoke. Lunarians build schools everywhere. Schools to let to know schools to know language to us. Their language. We hear their language now. We speak their language now. Oh, now we hear their language now. We speak their language now. We think their language now. English hard because we world is theirs now. Because our world is theirs now. It will take all of them to relearn everything. It will take all time to relearn everything. The avenues. What the fuck? Before I can speak no longer, and we can hear no more. I tell you the story of a man that was one good time ago. Fortunate are we, I record his story before he stole our language.
He began like most of you, a small boy in a small town. It was not an easy living. His parents were sharp like whips, and his classmates were sharper. The boy would get up every morning to clean his daddy's shop before going to school by himself. All by himself. On those long, lonely drives to school, the boy would think about his role in the universe. He liked to think his role was to help. Help not himself, but everyone around him. But in order to help everyone, he believed he first had to win. At any cost. During one drive, he was particularly distracted by his thoughts, and he crashed into another car. The boy stepped outside and saw a dying man crumpled in the wreckage. The boy tried to pull him out, but the man was impaled between the seat and the wheel. The man looked the boy in the eye and said, "You won, little bastard. You won." Then the man's life drained away. The boy cried hard as he tried to yank the dead man out. Out of pain or exhaustion, the boy fainted. And he had a heavenly dream. The boy was on a cliff by the sea. He was very afraid. A car was rushing up behind him. If the boy stood still, he would be hit. So the boy dove off the cliff. As he fell, faster and faster, he believed harder and harder. And just as he was going to hit the water, the boy was swept up back into the air, and he found himself flying over the sea faster than an airplane. When the boy woke in the street, he still believed. And he found himself flying away from the scene. Win, at any cost. so that I can save everyone, the boy thought, as he cut through the warm, open sky.
So, I'm wrong. That can't be Mr. Dean, can it? Am I wrong? I think it's important to note that Alice Avenue is a direct reference to Lois Lane from Superman, meaning Alice was supposedly supposed to be Mr. D's love interest until this happened. Okay. I don't want to come back the night before dropping Alice. That's interesting. I like that. I like that theory. That maybe Everett is the D Day Night, or Superman, or the son of Alcatraz. That makes sense because of that song out of it, because she said that he had a heavenly dream. One of the songs was Heavenly Dream in I think Washington something monument or something. So that would make more sense that this is Everett in a universe, or like his body went into a universe. That would make sense. I hope he reminds. I hope he remind him that first kid return language.
Oh my God!
After broadcast, Night Rock Alice Avenue off Chrysler Building. What the fuck? No one is gone forever. Do not share their secrets. What the fuck? Mr. Manticore presents the Day Night Returns. Alice Elaine music. Jacob Adwo. That's hilarious. Wow, that's crazy. Day, night, nightfall. Grief can make you a monster, regards the avenues. Wait. Okay. Sinatra. Sensational young singing star Frank Sinatra. monitoring us conducting electrical brain surgery on human civilians. How I'm doing on the instrument. Dear world, I lost my temperature. I didn't mean to hurt her. It's okay because she still lives. She reminds us that love is here is heaven. That and oh, they're removed. I got removed. It's not they're removed. Just got removed. Okay. I don't know what's going on, but all right. The Day-Day Night wears the head of Alice Avenue Memorial statue. What the fuck? Her, he removes it the next day. Hi. Grief can make you a monster. Wow, that's crazy. Nixon is God autopsy. Ed Dwight was the first man on the moon, regards to the avenue. Alright, we got another two more. This time. Ed Dwight. Preliminary results Cause of death: self-inflicted head wound from ray gun. Location: unknown. Note: motive for blast may be revealed in last audio recording by Richard. Note: the following audio does not feature the voice of Ed White. The anonymous voice is heard in this video. He is widely referred to as the Moon God. God, of course, is the greatest philosopher of all, Richard Nixon. What the fuck is Richard Nixon doing in there? Following audio contains ideas that may be harmful and traumatizing to some viewers.
I'm recording now. Tell me everything.
I remember when I left the Horned Serpent. I landed on your moon first. And you knew better to set foot on your world. And I wondered whether you all would accept me or not. To find the answer, I have run an experiment. I produced three beings out of myself. The sun, the night, and the queen. All three of them are extensions of
Wait, hold on.
myself. The sun.
The son of Alcatraz.
The night.
The D-Day Knight.
And the queen.
The queen. Wait a minute. Hold on. So the son of Alcatraz and the D-Day Knight are not real? They're not the same people? I thought they were. But now that makes more sense now.
All three of them are extensions of me. They are meant to test your world. And they will go mad, each in their own way. Your world is not kind to them. Your world will never be kind. Their sacrifice will make me realize that I can never risk stepping foot on Earth either. The closest I will ever be to your world is right here on the moon. One more thing. It is inevitable that the sun will become the king of the Lunarians. Once his transformation is complete, I must destroy him. For he will be one of the most dangerous rulers in the universe. The king must perish. I am sorry, Mr. Floyd. No human was ever meant to hear what I have said. No human was ever meant to hear what I have said.
Mr. Manticore presents the collaboration with Sydney Alliance. That's great. It just now hit me what the D-Day Knight looks like. He's probably like a Batman version, and then like the Superman is obviously just the son of Alcatraz is supposed to be supposed to be like. So that's Washington, basically. That's James Dean. I want to say, like from the bottom of my heart, I want to say I think I know who this is, who the queen of the Lunarians is supposed to be. It would make sense because he really wants the last son of Alcatraz to go with them. I think that's Alice Arnold. That's Arnoldson probably, like a version of Arnoldson probably. And then the moon, the Crescent King. I don't know who the Crescent King would be. But yeah. Edward, what's the horrid sermon, Nixon? We will see it all when it started. Well, you see it all started when George Washington tried to cut down the apple tree. But wasn't it a cherry tree? But the tree to transported him to an interdimensional realm filled with the similar trees. When he tried to climb out the nature of the place, stretched him to the giant snake that lived beneath America. At least until it possessed the statue and a super powerful amalgamation of the soldiers blew each other up, releasing the horned serpent and destroying my world. But puts ray gun to his head. Existing on the moon is probably a reference to the iconic panel of Dr. Manhattan sitting on the moon. Yeah, probably. That's crazy. Next one. Head to White Paradox.
I'm reporting now. Tell me everything.
No, the following audio does not feature the voice of.
Tell me everything. I'm reporting now. Tell me everything.
Wait. Which version did we hear before? Stern.
I'm reporting now. Tell me everything.
Angry.
Now. Tell me everything. Tell me everything. I'm recording now. Tell me everything. I'm recording now. Tell me everything.
The Ed White Paradox. Playing tonight.
I wanted to welcome them. I wanted to welcome all humans to our kingdom. We all could have been great together. We could have all been peaceful. But my invitation was met with pain. A bright, burning pain.
Right, when they
Their
tried to shoot him.
entire world is built on inequality. Even their peace equation is an inequality. Night, you are now blind, deaf, and mute. You cannot taste or touch. As long as you stay on Earth, none of your senses will return. But you can get everything back. Our prophecy guarantees this. Join our kingdom and become a prince. Run alongside me. Rule with our king.
Alcatraz. Oh my god, it's the song from like not even Mythos. Alcatraz matter attacks Lunarians' bodies and destroys cloud ships. Human language is restored after 9 months. Damn, the son of Alcatraz just saved her right. Brave made him a monster. my god, the Prison King. He will not stop crying. He does not want to live. Do it. The orange ship and the
There will be no physical altercation. I will not bring about an end like that of my own world. The only way to destroy the Crescent King is to render him as fiction. The same way your mythology and urban legends to powerful gods and monsters. He will have no authority once no one believes he is real. I must also render myself as fiction. I have involved myself too deeply. Unlike your world, I will be a necessary sacrifice. No one will feel pain. No one will be killed. This world will be fictionalized.
so he made himself into a comic. So it won't cause damage to the world. Art by Ed White. Wait, I thought he killed himself.
Ed Dwight did not blast himself. It was a cover story. It was Nixon who killed Ed Dwight. Nixon was no god. He was not even a man. Nixon was only one of many survivors. He did what we all secretly wish to do, but cannot. Nixon used his power to erase history. Nixon erased the past. Ed Dwight was twice the god that Nixon could ever be. He was bold. He was kind. He was good. In our world, Ed Dwight never went to the moon. Instead, he creates monuments. In our world, Ed Dwight preserves the past.
No. Ed White becomes the monument guy?
Only if you've been in the deepest valley can you ever know how magnificent it is to be on the highest mountain.
Anyways, April Fools. Mr. Mancore would be like, "Ha, April Fool, them got him Manticore in the next month, actually." Alright, so now if we go to his posts. Oh my god, what the fuck? Oh my god. What the fuck? Yeah, the horrific far too long Manticore now. Please take care of it. Um anyways, that was great. Phenomenal. Don't know what the fuck this is. Anyways, this was 6 days ago, and that's it. So, anyways, we're gonna go ahead and end the stream there. That was great, honestly. Season 3 was amazing. Season 3 was amazing. I uh cannot believe how great that was. Honestly, that was yep, 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 yep. So yeah. So now Ed Dwight is the monument guy in some universe. So yeah, because he didn't go to the moon. But anyways, this was great. It's a good way to go like full circle when you think about it, because I mean, yeah, if you guys are still confused with what's going on, what happened, basically, uh, the universe in the Nixonverse was going to shit, and then I guess Nixon decided to make everything that happened, everything that like all the character stuff become fictionalized in the comic. So yeah. But anyways, that was good. 10 out of 10. Best fucking best fucking analog horror I've actually watched in a good while. Best series on YouTube. This was great. If you guys want to check out the Monument Mythos and the Manticore series, Manticore guy, please make sure to give your most utmost respect by coming over here and subscribing. Helps the guy out. Support as well. Great support for this guy, please, because he's doing a great job. Now, tomorrow, I'm going to stream more tomorrow. I'm gonna stream again tomorrow. Possibly like in the afternoon. But yeah. Anyways, hope everybody has a great day. I gotta go. Be safe, everyone, and I'll see y'all next time. Have a good weekend, everyone.